Huh. Oh hey guys, I wanted to play basketball, but my neighbor is borrowing my basketball. I tried bouncing rocks, but as you can see, it just does not work. I am going to see if he is done with my basketball. Why don't you guys learn about borrowing and subtraction while I go get the ball? We're going to practice subtraction. Do you remember an important rule about subtraction? In subtraction problems like this, the order of the digits matter. 6 minus 2 is 4, but 2 minus 6 is not 4. Subtraction is not like addition, so let's keep that in mind and tackle a tough problem, subtracting with multi-digit numbers. We're going to subtract 756 minus 478. Both numbers have 3 digits. Let's look at their place value to get a better understanding before we start subtracting. This is our place value house. This helps us see the value of each number. Our first number has a 6 in the ones place, 5 in the tens place, and 7 in the hundreds place. Our second number has an 8 in the ones place, 7 in the tens place, 4 in the hundreds place. Notice how each place in the house only has 1 digit? That's really important. Only 1 digit can fit in each room of our place value house. To subtract these numbers, we need to stack them so each place value matches directly above and below each other. See how each place value is directly above or below each other? The ones place on top is directly over the ones place directly underneath it. Same goes for the tens and hundreds. Now draw a line under the bottom number, and the area below the line is where we will write the difference, which is the solution to the subtraction problem. When we subtract, we always start with the ones column and then move to the left. I know that might seem a little funny since we read left to right, but in math we subtract beginning with the place value on the right and then move to the left. Let's start subtracting with the ones place. 6 minus 8. We can't take away 8 ones from 6 because I don't have enough ones to do so. This means we are going to have to borrow from the next column over. Just like my friend borrowed my basketball, we will borrow from the neighbor next to it. Remember, the 5 in the tens column means we have 5 sets of 10. We need to borrow 1 set of 10. Cross out the 5 and write 4 above it to show we are borrowing 1 set of 10. Now we need to add this 1 set of 10 to the ones column. This means we have 6 plus 10 is 16, and now we have enough to subtract. 16 minus 8 is 8, so we write 8 in the ones column below the line. Next we subtract the tens column. Notice we only have 4 tens in the top number because we had to borrow some from before. We need to take 4 minus 7. We don't have enough tens in the top number to subtract or take away 7. So this is where we need to borrow again from the next column to the left. The 7 means we have 7 hundreds or 7 sets of 100. We need to borrow one of those sets and move them to the right. Cross out the 7 and write 6 to show we borrowed 1, and then write a 1 in front of the 4. Now we can subtract 14 tens minus 7 tens, or we often just say 14 minus 7, which is 7. Now we are ready to subtract in the hundreds column. 6 minus 4 is 2. That one was easy. We didn't even have to borrow. There are no more places to subtract. So 756 minus 478 is 278. Great job! Let's look at another problem. The problem is 9,836 minus 345. Can you help me solve this problem? Great! Where do we start? We start by writing the problem stacked, lining up each digit or place value. The first number has 4 digits, and the second number only has 3 digits. We leave a blank spot under the 9 in the thousands column since the second number does not have a thousands digit. Or you could write a 0, but we will leave it blank. Now we are ready to start subtracting. Don't forget to begin in the ones column. 6 minus 5 is 1. Next we subtract the tens column. 3 minus 4. Hold up. Do you remember what we need to do here? That's right, we need to borrow. Okay, we need to borrow from the hundreds column, so cross out the 8 and reduce it by 1. Then write the 1 in front of the 3. Now we have 13 minus 4, which is 9. Great job! Okay, let's subtract the hundreds column. 7 minus 3 is 4. See, it's easy when we don't need to borrow. Now we are on the last column, the thousands place. 9 minus 0 is 9. Wasn't that a funny problem? We only needed to borrow one time. You'll find sometimes we need to borrow many times, where other times we might only need to borrow once, or maybe not at all. Now we know 9,836 minus 345 equals 9,491. Great job! Will you help me solve another problem? Awesome! The problem is 7,891 minus 3,457. Let's start by writing the problem stacked, lining up each digit or place value. Which column should we start our subtraction in? Do you remember? That's right, the ones column. 1 minus 7. Looks like we need to borrow right off the bat. Okay, we need to borrow from the tens column, so cross out the 9, reduce it by 1. That gives us 8. Then write the 1 in front of the 1 in the ones column. Now we have 11 minus 7, which is 4. Next, subtract the tens column. 8 minus 5 is 3. Awesome job so far. Okay, let's subtract the hundreds column. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now we are on the last column, the thousands place value. 7 minus 3 is 4. Great job! We found 7,891 minus 3,457 equals 4,434. Awesome! We now know how to subtract large multi-digit numbers. Amazing! Hey guys, I got my basketball back and went for a dunk, but I got scared and now I'm stuck here. Thanks for joining me today. Well, that is one way to get down, I guess. See you guys later. Goodbye.